Another idea that I've been toying with for years, and I'll throw it out here, and maybe it's something that we can run with, is to have a closer internship kind of co-op model of education, so that students aren't in the classroom for 2 or 3 years and then go out into the business community, but work in the business community in an integral way, like the Northeastern University co-op model. An idea from my beloved mother. She left college in 1931, having gone on scholarship. She was the first person in her family to ever go to college. But the scholarship was conditioned on her teaching after she left. And for every year she taught, she got a partial forgiveness of the funds that went for the scholarship. In other words, and they needed teachers at the time. There's a student debt crisis in this country. And one way to deal with it seems to me, is to say, okay, if you go into a STEM field, either into engineering or teaching STEM in high school or college, or if you're involved in science, technology, engineering, or math, we will provide all or partial forgiveness of your student loans. And research and development is the best path for long-term economic growth. To cut research funds, and particularly basic research, because you don't know where it's going to lead, is, to me, incredibly short-sighted. There are lots of things the federal government shouldn't do, but this is one of them that it should do. Natural gas in the U.S. today is 1/5 what it costs in China. We suddenly have a comparative advantage with the rest of the world that we haven't had in 50 or 60 or 70 or 80 years. I was at Old Town Canoe about 2 weeks ago. They've tapped into the gas line, cut their energy costs in half, and they're bringing jobs back from around the United States into Maine. Right now we pay for procedures. In a sense, we pay for sickness. Under an accountable care organization, the insurer would go to the hospital and the docs and say, here are 10,000 people, here's $50 million, keep them healthy. The incentive then is for prevention and primary care instead of expensive procedures. I had 4 different people in the same day raise issues about regulatory problems in an entirely different context. Here's a philosophy of regulation. Regulate with a rifle and not a shotgun. Make the regulation precisely fit the need that you're trying to meet, and don't have this big thing that captures all kinds of people and institutions and businesses that aren't really the subject of those regulations.